This is D&D on the Farm RPG. Believe it or not, it is not just filler words unanimous. And after our last session, I have had to throw out my dice that I had commandeered from the players because for me, they did the exact opposite. I think I rolled more ones and you guys rolled 20s with them. So, new dice again. And we have our cast of players, starting with Cole.
Hello, I am Cole. I'm playing Kakusho, who is a bronze dragonborn ranger. And we are testing out all of our die rolls. And so far, Agi's dice seem to be broken.
Getting all the bad rolls out now. There we go.
It's like roll.
All right, I'm ready.
All right. In addition to Cole playing Kakusho, we have Booban.
Hi, I'm Booban. I'm playing Spectre. She is a stab it or a Rabaxi rogue.
Interchangeable there. Rabaxi Rogue or Stab It.
One or the other, yeah.
And lastly, we have Astley, played by Augie.
Hi, I'm Augie. I'm playing Astley, the Jingle Bard. A bard gnome of the rock variety.
So, when you say that, I'm just looking over at the door to my office. And when we cleaned up from Christmas, I did not clean up. I have this belt with a bunch of big jingle bells on it. And I forgot to put it in the box.
It's for a reason.
Put it away. It's for a reason. Let me grab it really quick.
I hear it.
You can probably hear
Sounds
it.
festive.
It's very loud.
It is. That's my...
Ooh.
Very festive. I can hear the reindeer coming. Santa?
It's my solo.
Yeah.
I mean, it is Christmas in July. It's coming. We're real close.
We are close. So that's in my office on my door. It rings whenever the door opens and closes. And I bet the dog's going nuts now. Somewhere on the other side of the house.
Can you roll a d20?
No.
Please. Wait, why was that one by Kakusho and the rest of them were by...
I'm figuring out if I or Kakusho is better at rolling dice.
How do you roll? How do you roll as your character?
Below the chat box, there's like as, and then there's like a drop down.
Oh.
And you can, at least for me, it let me switch. I assume it should be the same. Aha, nope.
What?
Oh, you rolled a D1.
Oh. But I rolled a D20.
The second one doesn't D1.
All right.
It's going to be Astley
I can
You have to add.
Apparently, I can roll as anybody I want. So
get the sound of the dice rolling and edit it to the episodes.
Maybe I'll do that at some point. And we had about 3,000 dice rolled already this episode.
We're working the kinks out. That's all.
Yeah.
Yep. See, I can roll as Astley.
Oh wow.
3d4. And what do I get? 112.
I just got a natural 100 again.
Now you've wasted it. Look what you've done. It's been wasted.
Can I save that?
No, it's gone. It has gone to the void.
Where's Borgin?
This is what happens when you don't count your inventory before you open chests or you roll dice before you cast.
You just voided so much.
Goes to the ether.
Okay, but the natural 100 after that wasn't me.
It's not going to happen again.
Okay. Can I sneakily roll a D22 instead of a D20?
You can, and it will give you a result. It just doesn't give the visual of the die roll when it's not one of the standard dice. All right, let's set the scene for where we're picking off here. In the conductor's box in the front, what were we calling it? An engineering room? The front of the train?
The engine room, I think.
The engine room. Yeah. Marvin is still convinced he is dying, and Paul is doing his best to take care of him. Rashida is there as well, grappling with having pinned down and tied up one of the kobolds who was there trying to take over the train but has been completely subdued. Behind that, we have Astley, who I think was
I was driving again.
steering the train, driving the train, using it to ram the other wagons, which have now all been destroyed. On the first cart, we have Spectre, who is there after having dealt with the last couple of kobolds that were at the front of the train. Somewhere in the dirt, flew off, was Varney, who got knocked off during one of these collisions with Astley's driving of the train. And on the very back of the train, we have Kakusho, who is standing there looking at the rubble of the last wagon that he blew up with a lit explosive. And hanging to his legs for dear life is another kobold who was trying to blow himself and Kakusho up. Did not do such a great job of holding on to the explosive. The Kakusho easily wrestled away from it and tossed onto the pursuing cart. That's the scene that we left with. And so we kind of have three things going at once. You've got Marvin, who still thinks he's bleeding out. Paul's trying to take care of him. You've got one kobold subdued, and the other one is hugging on to Kakusho for dear life. Let's start with Kakusho in the scenario. What is Kakusho going to do now that he has successfully dealt with the threats and has a little dragonoid creature holding on to his legs?
Yeah, I suppose Kusho would like to first get this creature off of his leg, and then take some rope and I guess bind its arms or something.
Okay. At this point, that's pretty easy to do. The kobold has all but given up. He's not fighting back, and just assumes his fate is what it is.
All right, then after doing so, I guess Kukusho will pick up the kobold and walk to the front of the train.
So carrying him just like underarm or over shoulder like a sack of potatoes, or
Is he swaddled in the rope?
He's kind of just holding on to the rope. Yeah, sort of like a swaddle. Kind of just grabbing the rope and dragging whatever is needed.
okay. So Spectre sees Kakusho coming with this last kobold from the rear of the train tied up after having seen the explosions. What is Spectre doing?
She goes, "Oh, nice! You got yourself a little pet there, huh?"
Yeah, it comes equipped with a bomb whenever you need it. Which
Oh, sweet. I mean, I don't think he's got the bomb anymore, but cool.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Let's bring him up to the front and see what they want to do with this little sucker. She says, and she like prods the guy with the back of her or her short sword, not the pointy end, but the hilt. She like pokes the little guy.
Yeah, he kind of squirms, but he's tied up, can't do much.
She like laughed a little bit.
All right, so you guys take him to the front of the train?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. As you do so, Rashida's looking at you guys and asks, where is Varney and Agaz?
Well, half of Agaz is right here. Motions to the kobold. And Varney decided that being on the train was no longer what he wanted to be doing. So he is somewhere behind us, off in the distance.
All right, she looks really concerned and confused at this. And Paul says, what? Varney fell off? Stop the train.
The train's not stopping.
And Marvin's like, no.
We can go back and find him later. I don't think that this train can stop right now, unfortunately. So let's keep going, and if we can all double back later on foot, because it seems to be something we could go look for Amoria's corpse, if that's if that's what it is.
So much concern for Varney.
I don't know this guy.
Marvin agrees. Don't stop the train, or else my sacrifice will have been in vain. Still convinced he's going to die.
Does anybody have a Band-Aid and a lollipop for Marvin? Astley gestures.
The Spectre just goes over and looks at him and inspects his wounds. What's wrong with you? She says.
He got stabbed. Not very hard, but he did get stabbed by one of the kobolds.
Oh, she just pets him on the head.
All right. As you do so, you notice just about a foot above him on the wall, there is a first aid kit in the engine room.
Oh, nice. She pulls it off the wall and tosses it at him. Here, fix yourself up.
All right. Paul opens it up, pulls out some bandage wraps, and kind of starts wrapping it around Marvin. He's like, oh, I was so scared. I forgot we had that.
That would have been nice to know, huh?
And Rashida is still looking at Kusho saying, what do you mean half of Agaz?
Well, you were duped, or Jill was duped. Agaz was really just two kobolds standing on top of each other. One was the legs, one was the arms.
And Rashida's like, no, Agaz wasn't. Agaz was gears and parts and coal. I know. I helped maintain him.
Well, then someone did a little switcheroo, I guess, with Agaz, because whatever the Agaz we brought with us was not that Agaz.
All right. She looks kind of perplexed and annoyed now. Like, what happened to Agaz? Apparently, they'd worked together in the past, so she knew it. She knew Agaz to some extent. I will point out this isn't the same kobold that was part of Agaz. He was one of the ones that hopped on from one of the other trains. You guys pretty ruthlessly slaughtered.
Oh,
the other two kobolds that had made up Agaz at the time.
One kobold. You see one, you see them all.
Whatever.
But this guy knew him. This guy knew the legs.
Oh, I'm sure they knew each other. Yeah. All right. So Marvin's getting patched up. Paul's finishing up the job. And like, even Paul's really annoyed. It's like, you're going to be fine. Quit crying, Marvin. And Marvin still is like, I'm going to ask for hazard pay. I didn't sign up for this. Although he kind of did. He kind of knew something was going to happen. They didn't hire guards for no reason. And the previous train had been completely hijacked. So Rashida asks, all right, well, what are we going to do with these two piles of puke?
Kobold soup? Spectre offers that suggestion out.
Yeah,
Rashida looks like that's going to make her sick.
You could throw one in the old furnace. See if it makes train go faster.
Marvin's like, no, don't do that to the engine.
Yeah, we don't want to gum up the works. I mean, do they speak common? What do you say something? You and she prods the one with that's been tied up. That is in Kakusho's grasp at the moment. Do you speak?
He says, "Of course."
Okay, well, what are you guys doing? Why did you try to hijack the train? What's going on? Give me the deets.
For the corn.
For the corn, yeah.
Kakusho mimics the cry from earlier.
So you just wanted the corn?
Yes, corn. For the corn.
I've never seen a kobold eat corn before. She regards. I thought you guys ate like rats and stuff.
They look confused. No eat corn.
Okay. So what were you going to do with it all? Just bring it back to your little, I don't know, your den?
They kind of nod.
Why not just buy corn or ask for corn? I'm sure if you asked, the person whose corn this is, she has so much, she probably would have donated some to you had you politely gone and asked for some. Not this much.
They seem really confused by this concept of asking. Like, what?
Stealing wrong, stealing bad.
I mean, sometimes, I respect the hustle of stealing produce. So props to you. You guys are okay. Spectre goes and she just tips her hat, her metaphysical hat to them.
Stealing when hired guards bad.
They agree. They're not with that. And one of them, the one that Kakusho is holding, says, "Obey, boss, good. Not listen, bad."
Who's your boss? Yeah.
The priest is boss.
A priest? You guys are religious? What kind of priest is this?
They're trying to kind of make sense of what you're asking and how to relate it in terms they understand. Like the leader priest.
What does the leader look like?
The kobolds kind of point at each other. Like him. No, like him. It's another kobold, apparently.
Blindly leading some random kobold.
Are there any more kobolds that will be joining us on this corn adventure? Or was this your only attack planned?
They kind of shrug, like they don't know. Like more kobolds, yes. More attacks, I don't know. Probably.
Oh boy.
Can I don't know, what's the check of lying? Is that perception? Can I do
if you want to know if they're lying, that would be insight. Yeah.
Insight, okay. A 13 for my insight.
13. Okay. Yeah, basically the kobolds just doing what they were told. They don't know what the future plans are per se, if there's going to be more attacks or not. At this point, this particular wagon is going to make it safe to Lake Tempest. The wagons that were chasing you guys have all been destroyed. So it's going to take them a little bit to get reorganized. But you're gathering, though, that there are a lot more kobolds. They're being asked to get the corn, and you're not sure why yet. They may know, but they haven't really given any indication, other than that they're not eating it.
All right.
Do we want to just bring these guys back to Jill and let her deal with them? I mean, at this point, I don't know how much information we're going to get out of these guys.
I want to mess with them.
Maybe we should figure out where this priest fellow lives and go talk with him.
First and foremost, we got to get the corn where it's going. Then we can follow up.
All right. Yep.
Yeah. Kobolds, very conversational creatures. I'm sure he'll listen to reason.
Kakusho, you could probably get more out of him a little cleaner if you were to do so speaking Draconic as opposed to common.
Oh. All right. Well, I'll save it till later. The corn police is on my case for too much dilly dallying. So Kakusho has enough info, and we'll, I guess, wait till we arrive in Lake Tempest to see what Jill thinks.
Okay. Yeah. So Jill's back at the town, not at Lake Tempest. The corn's getting delivered, but when you can make it back, you can.
Or yeah, I guess back.
Bring the kobolds there for sure.
Were you saying is Jill didn't teleport to Lake Tempest to meet us?
I mean, maybe she rode
Jill
a horse.
does not teleport Lake Tempest. Jill's busy with her own cornfield, gathering more corn, which we have been told is a complete scam. I've got a screenshot of it from Firestream himself, but that's another story.
Neither here nor there.
Neither here nor there, yeah. Okay, so if you guys are done questioning the kobolds, we can keep them tied up, let them loose, whatever it is you want to do. But Marvin is doing better now. He seems to have calmed down now that his wounds are patched up. Not quite ready to take the wheel, so probably Ashley's going to finish, our drift master. He's going to finish driving to Lake Tempest, which is just a couple hours away. You guys aren't too far from it at this point.
All right, but can we use another one of the logs?
You still have 2 logs, yes.
Can we
throw
use
them
one?
both in?
No. Not at the same time.
Aww. I want to see the train explode. No, one at a time.
Okay. So you throw the Presto logs in one at a time, and each one, you got number 2 and the number 3. They're each slightly hotter, and the train bolts forward every time one pops in, and it lasts for a good minute or so as the logs burn. And Marvin was really excited for this. It's actually improved his mood just a little bit, even though he's still kind of wincing in pain every time the train or the wagon jostles around a little bit. And it speeds up the journey a little bit for you guys. You make up some ground. You leave everything in the dust as far as the wreckage behind you. Varney just fell off the train. He may or may not be there. Yep.
He'll
Somewhere
walk
back there,
Jill's.
you might be able to find him on the way back. He might beat you back. And not a lot else happens unless there's something you guys want to do. As you pull in to the station where there's a dock to load up the corn onto a ship at the shores of Lake Tempest.
Do we see the guy, the whoever is the receiver?
Yeah, so at the dock, there's several people there. They've got some cranes and other things that they use to start moving the corn over. And the person in charge of the docks comes over to talk to you guys. And he's kind of an older guy, glasses, kind of a scraggly beard, and a little bit hunched over, uses a cane to walk, but apparently people know him. He's well respected. And he says, "Well, looks like you made it. Not like the last shipment. Any trouble? Oh, you got some company, some little doggies or something." He's like trying to rub his glasses, trying to make out what the kobolds are.
Now watch out. These doggies bite or explode, depending on their mood.
Boom doggies. Okay.
Yeah, boom
I've heard
doggies
of
is
that.
right. But yeah, we ran into a little bit of trouble. There's a ton of kobolds out there trying to steal this corn. And we fought all of them off except for these two, who we've kind of taken into our custody.
And now they're boom doggies.
All right. Now they're boom doggies. Yeah. He kind of looks at him like, "Oh, do you need us to throw them in the brig?"
Yeah.
I think we'll take them with us.
Well, maybe should we keep them both?
Well, let's keep Kakusho's pet, and the other one we can throw in the
we
brig.
can give you one if you'll find use for it. We're tried interrogating about their priest leader. Not sure if you've heard of their leader at all.
No, sir. Can't say I have. Can't say I've seen kobolds in these parts. Maybe in my younger years in lands far off, but not here.
Yeah, they seem a little lost all the way down here.
Because, all right, well, you want us to hold on to one, we'll do that. You can keep your other pet. Just make sure you pick up after him.
He'll pick up after him.
Oh, yeah,
we'll get in public spaces.
We'll get the scooper out. Don't worry. We got him.
As you guys are talking, you see someone else approach who you recognize not only by the bandana with a puffer embroidered onto it, but you have met this particular pirate before when you were trying to find Pedro in the first place, and is the first captain of the Puffer Gang. And he sees you guys and kind of waves friendly to come over and talk.
Ashley runs over.
He says, "Oh, you're back. You're back in these parts." You're back in these parts.
Oh yeah, we're back. How are you holding up?
He says, "Well, we're doing pretty well. After we lost that parlay, the steam cart crew took off once Pedro got back. So they haven't been in Lake Tempest since then. And so we've been mostly hanging out here, still trying to find out what happened to our missing crewmate. Did you guys find anything out about him?"
Not yet. We've kind of been busy with this corn thing.
Yeah, and then there was a whole.
He sees
we made some lobster rolls and.
Oh yeah, those are good.
He says, "All right, well, keep your eyes and ears open. You remember we did give you his journal if you found anything in there that's useful. But we still haven't heard where he disappeared to yet, and we're missing our crewmate. Crewmate 6, I can't remember what number he was.
He was 6.
6 is what we're saying it is now, yeah.
For the session.
I'm going to write it down in my notes, so at least I have somewhere I might be able to find it in the future.
All right, well, we'll keep an eye out for you. We'll also peruse this journal. I think Ashley has it.
Yeah.
But we'll look into it. We were just busy with some time-based things, so I think our time is getting freed up after this. So we'll let you know. We'll be in touch.
He says, "All right, well, you'll know where to find us. We'll be here in Lake Tempest for a while still."
Sounds good.
All right, and with that, the first captain of Puffer Gang takes off, and apparently they're providing some kind of security for the shipment once it leaves dock, with all this corn on it. So that's why they're here. Is there anything else you guys would like to do before heading back to town to collect payment?
So where we're in like Tempest, is it just like the docks and ships, or
are we near the cave?
Establishments?
Are we near the small cave?
So the small caves were kind of on the north end. I should bring the map back up where we were at. Let me drag you over there to the world map. So these docks are kind of the south end of Lake Tempest over here. The caves were kind of on the north side. So you're not super far from it, but you're not there right now.
What do you guys want to do?
I mean, I'm down to take some time if you want to like poke around, or we could head back and get our money, whichever. I'm down for either. What do you think, Kakusho?
We've also got this little pet with us, Spottled.
That's true. Yeah, we have like a little tag along.
Kakusho is pretty indifferent. He's more curious on what's the deal with this kobold and where they came from.
He might just bring us home.
All right.
He might bring us home if we ask him. If you ask him.
Yeah, I guess I can try that. All right. I guess Kakusho will. Do I need to? I don't know how speaking in Draconic works.
You just do it.
We just pretend.
In Draconic, I will ask the kobold where his home is. Or which direction, I guess.
He asks, "Why do you want to know?"
I'm curious where you came from, and about this priest leader fellow that you're talking about. I mean, we're only enemies because you were attacking the corn, and we were paid to guard the corn. Now that we're not guarding the corn, I don't know if we're really enemies. You did try to blow me up, but it's kind of water under the bridge. That's okay.
Fair point. I did try to blow you up. He's much more fluent, obviously, in Draconic, a little more colloquial with it. He says, "We are in the mountains," and he's pointing towards Mount Bannon.
Oh. If we accompanied you back home, would you be hostile towards us, or would we kind of be welcome? I will, of course, unbind your arms and legs if you promise not to attack us anymore.
He says, "Well, you might be okay, but I'm pretty sure your friends will get eaten."
Ah, okay. Kakusho, not Draconic, conveys to Astley and Spectre that if we go back home with the kobolds, who is from Mount Bannon area, or the mountains around there, that they might get eaten. So it's probably not the best idea to do that.
Eaten? Oh, what are they? They'd have to really try to eat.
What?
Yeah, I'm not. I know. Also, like, how much meat is on our bones? Not that much. Come on. But yeah, maybe we shouldn't like walk into the mouth of a bunch of hungry kobolds.
Maybe that's a solo Kakusho venture for another day.
Yeah, maybe we take your pet back to town, and then you alone can take your kobold to Mount Bannon and meet all his friends.
Well, I mean, I think if we're friends, I don't see a reason to keep the kobold captive unless it's to give me directions later. I guess Kakusho switching back to Draconic asks the kobold how easy it is, or how easy is it to get back home? Do I just walk towards the mountain?
I mean, you don't fly, you don't have wings, so yes,
Well,
you
like,
walk to the mountain.
When I get close, will I see a bunch of your kind and kind of go with that? Or
oh no, they're well hidden. They're sneaky.
Okay. So if I were to meet this priest leader, I would probably need you to guide me there, right?
To meet the priestess of the corn, yes.
Well, would you be willing to stick with us and come back to town, or would you prefer I let you go here and return home?
Oh, I have a choice.
Yes, of course. I mean, again, we're no longer enemies. I'm not.
Then I choose let me
person. Go. Okay. Well, Kakusho will untie the ropes and let the kobold go.
Before the kobold
as
goes,
soon as
can Ashley hand the kobold a single bell?
Okay, and he
Shiny.
kind of looks at it like, what?
It's shiny and jingles.
It is shiny. It does jingle.
Maybe you should ask him his name.
This isn't corn.
I mean, it's gold.
Ashley jingles it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Switching back to Draconic, Mr. Kobold, what is your name, by the way, in case our paths cross again?
He says, I am Calm.
Well, nice to meet you, Calm. I often enter you in my web browser at the end of my website.
No, that's K-O-M, Calm. Spell it right.
Sorry, K-O-M. Sounds like the knockoff website.
Not .com. Calm.
Yeah. I'm going to call him .com from now. He's small.
.com.
Well, switching back to the comment, any other further questions before I let our .com friend go back home?
Are you sure it's a good idea to let him go?
Well, I mean,
I'm sure it'll be fine.
It's not like him going back.
Tell him we'll be seeing him in the future.
He can convey our
and that we're friends
for letting him go. Maybe.
Don't steal any more corn. That's my job, she says. She points at him.
He says, then you bring corn.
Okay.
Oh, they want corn. All right.
I mean, all right. So, wait. Kakusho, ask
Am I back?
ask.com if we bring corn, if we bring some sort of offering of corn, are we chill to come visit?
Sorry, I disconnected for like 20 seconds. Did I miss something?
No.
You were supposed to have rolled for initiative, and no.
Okay. Sorry.
No. Ask this little kobold if we bring corn as an offering, like Spectre and I, will we still be at risk of being eaten?
All right.
If we come visit.
Kakusho switches back to Draconic and asks Mr. .com here. If we venture into Bannon and bring offerings of corn, would we be allowed to live? Or gesturing towards Ashley and Spectre.
Okay, he thinks about it. And he says, if you bring corn for the corn god as an offering and join the cult of corn, yeah, they'll probably let you live.
Okay. Kakusho lets Ashley know that bringing an offering of corn will probably give us safe passage through Bannon if we wish to find them again.
Cool. I'm good.
Yeah, let the little skin tag go.
All right. Be free, my new friend, and good luck on your corn adventures.
All right. Once he's free and is let go, he kind of laughs and just takes off running as fast as he can. He's considering himself very lucky to be let go so easily. The other kobold's still tied up and in the brig here, but Calm, you let go.
Yep.
We like a little guy that tries to kill us, I guess. That other one didn't really try to kill any of us, right? I mean, this one tried to kill us. We like him. He's all right.
Isn't this the one that stabbed poor Marvin? Or is that
No, that was the other one. That was the other one. The one that stabbed Marvin's the one that's in jail. Yeah. The one that tried to blow you up and is holding on to your legs is the one you just let go.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. The other one caused everybody a headache for the rest of the ride. So the other one can stay in the brig.
That deserved punishment.
Yeah, if we truly do need a guide later, we can always come back for this other kobold.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go get paid.
It's time to get paid. All right. Once the wagon is unloaded, you're able to take it back, and it moves significantly faster, returning now that it's not hauling 3 loads of corn behind it. It had a considerable amount of weight. And you pass the wreckage of the other steam wagons that the kobolds were driving, just kind of bits and pieces. You don't see Varney anywhere. Your best bet is he probably got up and headed back to town. And as you make it back, and it takes another day to get back afterwards, but your suspicions are kind of confirmed. Varney is there with Jill when you return the wagon, and has filled Jill in a little bit on what happened. So Jill is eager to talk to you and says, looks like we hired the right people for the job. Corn was delivered safely, I'm guessing, since you're back, and I see you've got the entire wagon here. Barney mentioned that you were attacked by some thieves, some kobolds, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yes, from seems like they're from the Mount Bannon area.
We took care of them, though.
Yeah, they're really into corn.
Well, some of them. I hear there's more, though, or so we've been told.
You may want to
there's more kobolds out there.
You may want to get like a fence.
That's what you're saying?
You may want to fence this in. Fence in this corn. Yeah.
Oh, you think they're going to try to come steal it from my cornfield?
I don't know. They really want that corn.
It's like a religion. It's a corn religion. It's very interesting.
She says, okay, and did you find out anything else about them? Where they were coming from? Where they took the last load of corn they stole? Did you find out if my previous engineer made it out alive? Anything?
If I had to guess, probably Mount Bannon area, and that's really all we could get out of them.
We left one back in the brig, so you could probably question him some more if you want. But
yeah,
he's like, okay, good to know. Says, well, we're gonna have to beef up our defenses, and if there is a band of kobolds that are as fanatic as you're saying, I don't think we've seen the last of them. They are generally pretty single-minded once they get their path set on what they want to do.
Well, it does seem like they'll be a little bit more friendlier if they get corn. So, given you have such a large cornfield, maybe you could consider a peace offering of sorts.
You're saying I should pay them off?
We could deliver it. We could deliver it for you.
Exactly.
Just like a
We'd be happy
an olive
to
branch.
barter this exchange. Yes,
probably wouldn't hurt, is what they're saying.
I would still get some fences, though.
She's like, yeah, I don't know if I like this idea. I'll have to think about it.
No pressure.
But no pressure.
We got all 3 carts.
Yep.
Well, good. Let me make our payments as we had promised. as we made arrangements for. And she goes inside to her office and brings out payment for everybody, except for Agos, who's no longer here. But she pays off. Varney already got paid when he got back, with the assumption that what they had was correct. Paul and Rashida collect their pay, and the Firewires Adventures Guild collectively receives 600 gold for
200
payment and information. Yep.
So 200 apiece. Nice.
Has Jill seen signs of Agos, or because I guess Kakusho lets Jill know of the sort of switcheroo that seems to be happening, or seems to have happened with Agos and the Kobolds, and wonders that Agos must be around here somewhere.
Because Rashida's pretty sure
somewhere, or maybe
Rashida said, she's fed him coal or whatever.
Rashida says, I bet those kobolds have him. If they made a disguise to look like him and plant them, they probably have my Agos there somewhere, wherever they're at.
Uh-oh.
Do I smell a rescue mission?
Astley feels that pirate journal burning and the backpack or wherever it is.
Okay. Yeah. So, Jill pays you guys, says, we can talk to you later. We may have need for more guards in the future, given what's going on. But you said there was one more kobold still back at the brig, so I'll send a message and see if we can get any more information out of him. And you guys can head back to the Firewires Adventure Guild, a little bit richer. And Astley wanted to take a look at that journal.
Yeah, just,
crew member number 6.
Thumb through it in some downtime. The journal that has been forgotten about since it was received. I wrote Little Pirate Book. That's what I wrote.
Little Pirate Book. Okay. So the Little Pirate Book, you take a peek at and look through. Some of the pages in there have been kind of smeared over. Some of them have been burnt, and some of them have been torn out as if somebody was trying to intentionally remove them or hide information. There's not a lot that you can get in there beyond some notes of just normal what you'd expect for pirate activity, sailing around, plundering, or sometimes occasionally doing honest work. The last page, you do find something that is interesting, though. There's a drawing, and it's after several pages have been torn out. And this drawing looks like an arch with a doorway in it. The doorway doesn't have any kind of a handle on it, but it has a face kind of drawn on it that looks like that of a monkey. And on the stones that make the arch, there are some very odd runes that you don't recognize the letters of, but they do somewhat resemble the type of script found on that rune stone that you got from the Misty Forest that Borgin was telling you about. And there's several of those on these stones that make up the arch in this drawing.
Can I do like a history check to see, clamor around because I have the Artificer's Lore, which is like a good thing for history checks on magic items. Yeah.
Okay, sure. Yeah, we can get a history check on that.
And it's 18 and it's plus it's add twice your proficiency bonus. So it's a 21.
Okay, that's a pretty good roll. So the characters, like I said, you're not sure what they mean, but you recognize them to be the same type of font and language that was used on these runestones that you happen to have one of. So then that you can probably get it translated by someone who's familiar with the script, and there's two people that come to mind that they're familiar with it. One of them is Borgin, who travels a lot. The other is Lorne, who is old and wise and is probably familiar with it. You've heard rumors from things he's talked about in the past with random tidbits. So he's the other person who's most likely in town because Borgin comes and goes, who could probably translate it for you.
Noted. I let Spectre and Kakusho know. Hey, look at this cool picture.
Ah, yes, Lauren. I love that old guy. We should go pay him a visit.
Yeah, I don't think we've talked to Lawrence since he told you to put up a sign.
Yep.
Firewires Adventures Guild.
That old guy.
It's been a while.
So considerate.
Maybe we should go find that guy. We can have him take a look at this cool picture and see what it means. Because I don't know, I can't make heads or tails of this.
It's got some nice squiggly lines on it.
Ashley kind of explains, like, it's related to the runestones. I can't read. I don't know what this means, but that's what it is. I don't know where it is. Ashley doesn't explain it very well.
The drawing's not amazing either. I mean,
it's related to my cool rock.
Oh, I remember that cool rock. Yeah, maybe let's bring it to Lauren. Have him look at it. Maybe he could give us some info. Maybe he could put us on the right path to find this crewmate number 6.
Or this cool door. Either one.
Or the cool door. Yeah, one of the either one.
Okay. You guys track down Lorne. Takes a little bit of time, but not too bad. You kind of like, seen Lorne? Oh, he's off this way, and you go through like 5 or 6 iterations of, oh, he was helping so and so out. No, he moved on. He's helping so and so out. Finally, you find him explaining to some farmers how to grow peppers appropriately, and he sees you and says, "Oh, it's our mighty cleaners of the river and slayers of giant crawdads. I've heard of your work. How have you been doing? Sounds like business is good.
Business is booming.
You will need to add Protector of the Corn to that list.
Protector of the Corn. And he kind of smiles and says, "Should we add Destroyer of the Well?" He kind of whispers.
You don't know anything about that.
I say with full confidence that was not me.
It looks around.
Ashley says with full confidence that was not me.
He says, I jest. I'm sure it wasn't intentional. Anyway, how can I help you?
Ashley just kind of pulls out the picture, the journal, and just kind of hands it over. Unsure how to explain. Okay. What is this?
Yeah, he's kind of flipping through the book. First of all, you hand the page with the picture on it, but he's kind of flipping through the book trying to get clues of like, well, where did this come from? What is this?
We're looking for a guy that has been that got lost, and this was all we were given to go off of.
Okay, and he kind of turns it over and he notices on the back there's a pufferfish drawn on it. And he's like, okay, this was one of those pufferfish pirates book or something. They were keeping notes in here.
I guess number 6, crewmate number 6.
Oh, number 6. Okay, I don't know if I met number 6. I know I met 8 and 13 and 2. I don't know about number 6. He says, interesting. Well, the artwork is terrible. I'm sure school kids could do better, but this is kind of this is definitely a doorway, and these letters on it are ancient runes.
Can you translate it?
Yeah, it says feed the monkey.
What monkey?
I don't know. I mean, I guess that maybe could be a monkey on the door.
Is there any indication of where this is physically?
It says, not that I can tell from the picture, but I am willing to bet that whoever drew this, maybe your crewmate 6, was probably drawing something they were looking at, because I can't imagine they would have made this up or properly copied it from memory if you look at the intricacy of the runes.
Do you think you could just scribble down like like a quick little cheat sheet for me for these type of letters in case I see more of them somewhere?
Sure, I could do that. Not that the letters themselves help. You have to understand the words that they make.
That's
It's
okay.
not just like a cipher. It's a different language. But yeah, I can scribble out how to sound things out. Sure.
Cool. Thanks, Lauren.
And he hands you a scroll that has several letters on it, like 30 or 40 different of these runes and different sounds that they correlate to if you were reading it.
Thanks.
Oh, we won't be able to speak it, but we can read it now. Like, we don't understand it. We can make the sounds, though. Well, that might be helpful, though.
So do you have any idea where this might be? Like, if we were to, because it does. If you're saying that this pirate just simply copied something, do you any idea where that might be? Maybe near like Tempest or the caves near there, or do you think it's in some far out land?
It could be. I mean, if he drew this in here, it's somewhere where Puffer Gang was at.
Maybe we should go
before he disappeared.
We should go ask Captain where they were headed.
Where are monkeys at?
I don't know.
Where would monkeys hang out? Or if I was a monkey, where would I be? Probably in the ape zone somewhere.
We could always go ask the Puffers next time we're down that way.
That's a good idea. Yeah. Once we're back in the Lake Tempest area, we could send them a letter and ask.
Ooh, yes, good idea. Thank you, Lauren.
Should we send them the letter R?
We will.
No. Do you know that they like the C? You have to send them the C.
We gotta put more than one on there. We gotta send all 7. The slow burn. The 7 C's.
We'll let that one simmer for a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. We've got a little bit of time for downtime if there's something else you guys would like to do. You can certainly send off a letter. It'll take maybe a week or so before it comes back from the pirates. And Jill's kind of doing the same thing to try to find out if she can get any more information from this kobold that is still being held captive. It's going to be a little while till she's got another transport of corn ready as well. So she may or may reach out to you before then, depending on what they can find out. You do know that somewhere around Mount Bannon or Mount Bannon are these kobolds that are fanatical to corn. And that's kind of what you know about that. So you kind of got 2 different storylines to follow up at the moment with, or if there's something else you guys have in mind that you'd like to try to do, that is an option as well. Are
there any more, do we have any mail of other jobs? I forget if it's letters or a job board that we did.
I think they both.
Well, there was the one from Alvin.
We sent him the feathers.
That's missing some stuff. Yeah, he sent him some stuff.
But besides that, there's nothing new.
Not yet. Yeah, not yet.
Not
yet. Okay. It's been a couple days. The fiasco at the river is still kind of getting cleaned up, but there's not anything else on the job board just yet.
Can we go look at the well? See how it's looking?
Sure. Yeah.
Is there any change?
They have it kind of designated for cleanup. So the city's facilities crew is working on rebuilding the well. And so they kind of have it barricaded off for most people to go through. But they're having to bring in some specialized equipment to dig out this well and a lot of the rubble that got knocked down there. So they just kind of mostly have it barricaded off so kids don't play around it and get hurt.
Can we still sneak in and look? Just look in.
In the well? Yeah.
Yeah. Just take a peek, a gander.
Yeah, has it been opened back up again?
Yeah. Can we see? Can we hear anything?
So they've kind of boarded up the top of the well to make sure nobody falls in. But you can, if you want to like sneak in after hours or whatever, you can kind of get a peek. Nothing's been done on the inside of the well other than pulling out some of the smaller pieces of stone and rock that you can see stacked next to it. that they were able to get just with shovels and hand tools. But they're kind of waiting for a little bit heavier equipment to get into to do it proper.
We really borked this well.
Hello? Ashley calls down.
It doesn't even echo very far before you kind of hit the blockage.
All right. Guess he's either somehow still in there or he's gonzo.
Dead.
Right.
Or escaped somehow. Victor ponders.
Is what it is.
That's true. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Okay. That was all I had.
Okay.
Well, where do you guys want to head next? Do we want to follow up on any of this? Do we want to? I mean, we can wait for this letter to come in, and we could head out to Mount Bannon, see what's going on. Or
we should probably buy some corn.
Oh, true.
Yeah, with our stipend allowance, buy some corn.
Okay.
Though Kakusha does point out that Jill may continue to pay us to guard the corn transport, so solving the corn problem might not be in our best interest.
I like where your head's at.
Job security there.
Listen. We don't necessarily have to solve the problem. I need to know a little bit more.
Oh, you're just curious. Okay.
Listen.
Then I'm on board. Let's go.
But I don't want to get eaten. I mean, maybe
let's grab some corn.
Maybe we can work a deal out with them. Maybe we can work a deal out with them where we all benefit.
Are you trying to scam Jill?
No.
All right, Kobolds, we need you to look like you're going to attack, but don't actually attack.
I think this sounds like a scam. And not that I'm not down for a scam.
No.
But is that what you're getting?
Listen, if we work something out with them and we tell Jill, listen, you got to send us with an extra cart of corn for the kobolds and they will not attack. But they'll only not attack if we're there.
She didn't seem too thrilled about paying off a bribe to these kobolds. So
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we can always just talk to this corn god priest fellow, and then
we can just see where it goes
and figure it out with Jill. It's fine.
Yeah.
Well, worst case, we have some information to sell to Jill when we come back.
We'll play it by ear. We'll play it by the ear of the corn.
Yes.
Okay, so if I understand this correctly, you're going to use your stipend to get a certain amount of corn, take as an offering, and then head to Mount Bannon and try to negotiate with these kobolds.
We're just going to scope them out.
We would first like to get all the corn we can carry, and then head that direction.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, don't forget we have a horse and a dog, so we might be able to. True. We could use our animals to ride out there. We don't have to walk it. It might be faster. It might be faster than the cart too.
That is a good idea.
Yep, that would be definitely faster. You could ride out there probably in a day if you made good time.
All right, well, let's go acquire some corn.
Okay, how much corn are you trying to get?
As much as we can within our budget.
Yeah, do we have a cart? Did any of us buy a cart? Or we could bring a cartload, hitch it to your horse, and you could.
Where's Franco when we need him?
Franco's running around still, making his deliveries. It's the town delivery boy.
Yeah, can we buy a little cart that can either be pushed by hand or by horse?
Sure.
Pulled? Yeah.
Yeah, we get a cart. Get a cart full of corn, and tie it up to Kakusho's horse, or get a donkey or something. Not a problem. Fits within the expenses. Just make sure you fill out the appropriate expense report in your ledger.
Yep, got the right form filled out. All of the approval chain has approved it. I think we're good to go.
Mayor says we're good, then I think we're good. I don't know. Last I heard, the mayor said that Mare said something about money.
So that's what happens. You guys go shopping around. You find a cart that looks like you'll be able to pull it with your horse, and you get some corn. There's plenty of farmers bringing corn to and from the town. A lot of it's being acquired by Jill and taken to her cornfield to kind of stack up to haul off later on, being shipped somewhere, who knows where. It's not too bad. It doesn't take too long to prepare this cart full of corn. And with your mounts, you head off towards Mount Bannon. The trek there's pretty straightforward. You know the way. When you get closer to Mount Bannon, you see it start to shoot up over the horizon with its rocky crags. There's not a lot of vegetation on it at all. It's kind of deserty type biome. That's the word I'm going to use. Lots of large rocks. And as far as where to go specifically, Com told you guys you wouldn't just see him like dancing around the mountain or something. So it's going to take a little bit of investigation work to try to find where these kobolds are at somewhere in this mountainside. How would you guys like to go about trying to find them?
Does any of us have any decent tracking? We could see if we could look for some kobold prints in the sand.
I mean,
I think we should just try yelling at them, see what happens.
We got corn.
If we tell them we got corn and we know Com, then
why don't you yell in Draconic?
Right,
maybe they'll more respond to that.
Yeah, call for Com.
Right. While Astley and Spectre are using their investigation skills, Kakusho will just yell at them, "We got your corn, and we know Com. Come say hi to us. We come in peace." And repeats that a few times in, various directions for a few minutes.
Should we be rolling for investigation also?
It would be survival for tracking.
Do I? A 21. I don't know why. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah. I failed that one. I rolled a 2, but it's a 1 because I have a -1 in survival.
-1 to it.
I mean, Astley is a rock gnome, so.
Should I roll like persuasion, or do I need to roll anything for my yelling?
No, you're good on that. Okay. Spectre's looking around and seeing huge tracks that look like footprints from giant monsters or something. They're just kind of scary. Certainly not kobolds. Astley is able to pick out specific tracks running here and there that are kind of left in the sands. Anytime the wind comes, it kind of blows over them. But she's able to pick out just enough to know probably kind of which way some of these kobolds went and came as they were coming to and from Mount Bannon, and is even able to pick out some spots where it looks like these steam wagons that they had may have even come rolling down a few days prior. Meanwhile, Kakusho keeps yelling out, "We've got your corn, we're looking for Com." And you're searching around for a little while, and then you start to hear the sounds of some drums banging. And like, boom, 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 boom.
Can Astley start playing the bells to go along with it?
It's a really odd time signature, so probably take a performance check to try. Go for it. And by odd, I mean like it changes every other bar. It's not consistent.
It's an 8.
It's an 8. All right. Ashley tries. There's just no sense to it. It's a little bit too. There's a beat there, but it's random enough. It's kind of hard to pick up and pull out what exactly the polyrhythm is that makes sense. But it doesn't take long before the drums stop, and you hear a cry you've heard before as a kobold screams, "For the corn!" And surrounding you jumps out a dozen kobolds, spears in hand, surrounding you guys.
Astley takes a corn and tosses it and starts tossing them.
We are going to stop here, actually, for tonight.
For the corn!
Yeah,
For the corn.
Yell it back. For the corn. This episode is sponsored by Jill.
Yeah.
This whole
segment. We're stopping here. I have a huge thunderstorm rolling through my area. Oh, yes.
Please Please complete your corn quandary quests at your earliest convenience. Brought
Corn
to you and paid for
jail.
by Jill.
Corn jail never ends.
Corn is love. Corn is life.
We are all in corn jail all the time. Even if you think you're out, you're not.
You'll never escape the corn.
All right. We can give a classic sign off and wrap this one up. Thanks for listening and bye.
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 For the corn!
For the corn.